Hi folks, welcome back, glad you guys are here, and thanks for tuning in. March is almost over and it's not planning to leave that quietly, as it's bringing things closer. To all the racing fans out there, this is the top 12 upcoming racing games of 2020 and beyond for consoles and PC, starting right now. I think when it comes to racing games, Forza Horizon takes the top spot along with a couple more other games you might think of. This series basically never seems to disappoint its audience, and it continues to be that way, especially now with Forza Horizon 5, which is coming up pretty soon. The game actually ruled in the racing genre and has not failed yet when it comes to offering its exotic cars, the game's role, and most importantly the massive improvements compared to the last game. Forza Horizon 5 is expected to release in September 2020. We have not received official release dates for it, only that the games are usually released once in 2 years around September. The game is going to have a lot of additions, a lot of discussions are going around where it's taking place and whatnot, which is, by the way, likely to be somewhere in the East, and we're getting basically too many ideas about what creators want to do to blow our minds. So anyway, make sure to stay tuned to get more information on the game in the future, and keep your fingers crossed. Not a lot has been said about Project Cars 3 ever since developers actually confirmed that the game is indeed in development in mid-2019. Back then, all hyped about the game, they said it will be an ambitious title as the studio aims to blow every other game out of the water, whether if it's already released or launching soon. Now we know P-Cars will be more of a spiritual successor to Shift, but with all of the sim goodies everyone appreciates, the chief focus though is on fun and not biting off more than they can chew, they say. Anyway, it looks like Project Cars 3 news could be coming pretty soon over at Twitter. They actually confirmed Project Cars 3 is progressing very well. It is still a game changer, and in some weeks, new details about the game will be revealed. Unfortunately, that's all. While we wait for the next game in the series, we wholeheartedly recommend Project Cars 2, which is currently available on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Good luck. Automobilista 2 releases now. Razer Studios announced and confirmed the game releases on March 31st, 2020. The game's supporters now are allowed to test a beta of it, and it should be mentioned also that the original planned price for the racing simulation has been increased and is now $49.99 US. The reason for it though here is because there is much more content to choose from. There will be this promotion campaign and some more stuff, but if you're unfamiliar with the franchise, Automobilista is a culmination of a project developed over the course of nearly a decade, and at its core it's a comprehensive simulation featuring all major Brazilian racing series, racetracks and manufacturers. Now this time around with incredible graphic quality improvements and even a VR support, so keep it in mind. Every year since 2016, 3 Fields Entertainment releases a new game, each one closer to something resembling Burnout, which is basically the franchise that they're known for. And well, once again, sometime in late 2020, Dangerous Driving 2 will try that once again to please crash-hungry racers like myself. Even though for years Burnout was the go-to game for arcade racing thrills, and then there was Burnout Paradise offering an open world, so like both, especially Paradise, Dangerous Driving 2 is an open world, so to speak, which you can see what's available within the map, make your way to it, hit the road, and smash some cars. This entry feels remarkably fresh. There's definitely something here that dials into the classic style of Burnout, just as the original game did, and you're gonna cover a lot of ground here, meaning a lot of challenges, both alone or taking on friends in split-screen multiplayer, which means you're gonna be quite busy. Dangerous Driving 2 is scheduled for a release on PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch in late 2020. The May 2020 release date for Fast and Furious Crossroads is now an uncertain thing, developers announced. In case you're new to this one, Crossroads is a new team-based vehicular heist action game set in the Fast and Furious universe with Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and other ones of course, which is officially still set to release in May, but with the recent delay of Fast 9 to April 2021, it basically sounds like we should start expecting a similar push for this one as well. Fast and Furious Crossroads though is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC in 2020. We don't know when, but news and updates we can share once they become available. So make sure to stick around.
I got you! Jump! Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
When in doubt, do what I do. I've seen what you do. That's why I'm kind of terrified.
And I don't need a finish line, I'm in my own lane.
Do you want to stay amateurs? Or take this to the next level?
It appears WRC doesn't plan on running out of gas anytime soon. Yeah, later this year we'll get to see them behind WRC 8 bringing more to the market. And WRC 9 is released on September 3rd, which is nearly a year to the day since the last installment. That's not all. Alongside its release on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch and PC, WRC 9 will also be landing on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 as well. Check it out. It's been 7 years since Gran Turismo 7. The online-focused GT Sport 2 has done well to tide us over, but fans now literally can't wait to sink their teeth into something new. Now, we don't have a release date for the new installment yet, but this is a cornerstone title that promises to take the full advantage of PlayStation 5, so we hear. Even though it hasn't actually been confirmed as Gran Turismo 7, the game itself is aiming to increase frame rate for future GT titles and stating also that 4K resolution is enough. So if the PlayStation 5's performance is comparable to a high-end gaming PC, so to speak, Gran Turismo 7 could become the VR sim racer's game of choice. There are actually even rumors of 8K performances on PlayStation 5, but we don't know. We will see. Stick around for more updates on Gran Turismo 7. A remake of Trackmania Nations is in the works, Ubisoft already announced. The remake now includes an official season campaign, daily track sections as well as new track creations options, with new surfaces and special blocks, they said, weekly casual cups, seasonal official camping rankings, and a Grand League and Open Grand League happening 2 times a year. That's about it. Historically though, Trackmania has always had a large amount of content. However, they intend to create regular updates as well this time around. Trackmania will be released on May 5th, 2020 for PC, which is, by the way, a part of Trackmania ZRT Cup scheduled for June 13, 2020, so keep it in mind. Microsoft rumored to show Forza Motorsport 8 very soon, which was all nice and all, but not that solid to go with. If there's one thing at this point that we know and are certain about, is that the trailer and in-game graphics will be top of the range, but there's a lot more to expect than just that, and that when the Xbox team takes the stage at this year's E3, we almost certainly will hear an engine roaring. Motorsport 8 is expected to debut improved systems for tires, new dynamic track temperatures, atmospheric pressure, and much more. So we hear. But that said, assuming a release alongside Xbox Series X, a holiday 2020 release date is likely, coinciding with the next generation box. Stick around. The first gameplay footage for MotoGP 20 just dropped, and as you can see, well, some good news have also come to light. Fortunately, while the sport itself has been halted, development of the new game continues. This time around, game makers promise a far more immersive experience in the upcoming title by making the bike handling more realistic and offering a deeper strategy challenge, which you can kinda notice in the trailer. Things like fuel consumption and tire performance will also be visible, and more changes of course to make it more challenging, risky, but also rewarding. On top of all that, the trend towards greater aerodynamic components has been remodeled. As well, there will also be a ton of new added goodies. So here, if all goes according to plan, the game is expected to be on all platforms and PC on April 23rd, 2020. Simban Studios, the game's developers, recently hinted we may have a release date for GTR 3 pretty soon. This announcement actually went public just now alongside new screenshots for the upcoming racer, and that GTR 3 will make its way to the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The title, in case you heard otherwise, will not require an always online connection to play. Instead, you only need to be online if you want to race online with other players, as you should. GTR 3 also uses the Unreal Engine 4 and will include a day-to-night transition as well as a fully dynamic weather system, and much more. A release date for the game, though, is yet to be announced. You might already know, so far Gran Turismo Sport is the best driving game on PlayStation 4. But well, apparently Inertial Drift from Northern Softworks is kinda hoping to change all of that with a speedy experience that almost seems to forget about brakes completely, but not really. It's actually the studio's first title. First, as you might have guessed already, drifting is the most important thing here. You'll use DualShock's thumbsticks to control steering and drifting, in which that kinda makes the game accessible to new players, while other old school people can explore some amounts of depth. It's coming to PlayStation 4 in spring 2020, shipping with local split-screen multiplayer and various other racing modes. Hey, if you like what you see here, please give us a thumbs up, go ahead and share this stuff with whom you think is interested in, and if you'd like to see more, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That will be the best way to see them. See you next time.